What's going on, y'all? James SP. Welcome to my podcast, and this is the Coffee with SP series. This is when I just get on the mic, drinking my coffee, and just flowing. Just letting it out, you know what I mean? Hold on. There we go. Yeah, just letting it out and just flowing with it. Not necessarily, there's no format in this particular way because it's early in the morning. Right now it's about 4:20, and literally it's just like whatever's on my mind, I'm just going to speak on it. But today, while pouring my cup of coffee, I had come across a post. A friend of mine from high school had posted, and so he posts a cryptid message, right? And pretty much what he was saying is like, yo, where's all the noise? There's certain people or a particular person that used to be on Facebook all the time posting stuff about politics and things like that. I know I was one of them. Not saying that he was particularly talking to me, but I know for sure that I was one of them. And in his mind, he's like, what's going on? Why the silence? No, brother. Nah, there's no silence. Not at all. This world is too big to just only think that we would only post on Facebook. First off, when, it's common sense. You don't continue to fight and go back and forth with a group of people who can care less of what you're saying. You go on to another place, right? Like that's how that works. I'm not going to sit here and waste my time on some folks who don't see it, who don't get it, and who think they know it all. Now, I know I don't know it all. I know that shit for sure. I'll be the first one to tell you, I grew up as a Democrat. I grew up as a Democrat. Why? Because my parents were one of those people that came over here, but they did it the right way. You got it? They did it the right way. Legally. But the Democratic mindset was pushed on them, and they pushed it on us. And the understanding was, if they take care of you, you must vote for them. That's how that goes. We give you free this, we give you free that, we give you assistance, we do all of this. Just vote for us. And that's what that was. Now, as I got a little older, I began to see some things and question some things. As you should. And so that's it. Now, I'm in a profession that happens to be media. I am an editor. Okay? And I know manipulated footage when I'm looking at it. I edit video and audio to tell stories. This is what I do for a living. Here I am, peeping game that the media is pulling tricks on us by telling us lies. I'm speaking out on that shit, and all of a sudden I'm the bad guy. I'm crazy. I have no morals because I see through the bullshit, and I'm trying to tell everybody else, yo, they're not keeping it 100 with us. Maybe that's kind of like a whistleblower in a sense, right? Because when you got the information of what's really going on the inside and you're trying to tell people, you're warning the folks, I guess you're telling them what's going on. And that's what I've been doing. That's it. We watch them do the same tactics in marketing. That's it, y'all. Like, look at it from that perspective. Marketing. It's a huge campaign used as a psyop, period. That's what's going on. They want us to hate the man that is breaking up their system, point blank. We have been under a system that has been ruling us and taking advantage of us, stealing from us, tricking us, lying to us, constantly inflating all sorts of shit, making us pay all sorts of taxes, and no one is questioning why the hell this shit is happening. We are being robbed right in front of our faces. This has been going on for decades. Decades. Nobody's tired of this shit. Then a man comes along who happens to understand business and is calling all of them out. And what do? They start up a smear campaign, and that shit is working. Man, is it working. I don't think I've ever seen this level of marketing happen ever. This when you hear collective effort, this is it right here. See, the thing is, when you get so comfortable and arrogant that you just think you know it all, it's a dangerous place to be in, y'all. It's a dangerous place to be in. Look, I don't know nothing about the nursing field. I don't know nothing about being a doctor or a mechanical engineer. So there ain't no way in the world that if y'all came to me talking and exposing some things about that industry, that I would sit here and try to argue with you. I don't know shit about that industry. But at least I would take your word for it to a degree and do a little homework. You know what I mean? Just a little bit. That's not the case here. If you understand marketing, you understand that algorithms are very important. Very important. And so once you click on one thing, you will get the next thing that's similar to that. Some of y'all who are still believing the narrative of Orange Man and all this other shit, y'all, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that you all are not seeing because you haven't clicked on anything that might be truthful. So you're going to keep getting the stuff that you're getting. Break the algorithm a little bit. Click on something else. Just put your ego aside for a second. Just for a second. Look up some of the scams going on in Minnesota. People are literally being arrested for pulling scams on us, y'all. Fake transportation companies, fake schools getting paid millions of dollars. And y'all out here protesting, not even protesting, but y'all are fighting for these people to still stay here. Like, damn, yo. How much further, better yet, how much of a slap do you need? Not only do you come here for free, illegally, and get free shit, and then you turn around and scam the country for millions of dollars. Meanwhile, the American citizens have to work a 9 to 5 to get money. But they get cards that get filled up every month, $10,000. In some cases, maybe 5. But the fact of the matter is you're getting thousands of dollars every month and you don't have to work. You get put up in places to live that you don't necessarily have to pay for. How does that shit work? So help me understand that. Like, y'all don't understand why we get quiet, because the shit makes no sense. Why are we gonna argue with y'all with that? We're working a 9 to 5, they're not. We gotta pay for the shit, they don't. But we're gonna fight for them to stay here. Yes, that sounds logical. Why am I going to argue with y'all for that? And then y'all want to say, oh, it's a lie. It's a lie. No, it's not. There's a young YouTuber who just took his camera, microphone, no different from what I would do, and went down there and saw for himself and recorded it and put it on social media. What more proof y'all do? What more proof do y'all need? Huh? The news is not going to tell y'all that. I keep trying to put this out there to y'all. They don't want y'all to understand that, because this is one big system that is being taken down. No more lies. We don't want any more lies. We want real news. We don't want this fake stuff. Tell us what's really going on. Don't fabricate it. I'm telling y'all, they're paying some editors to put slants on some of these stories because they're not telling us the real deal. What's the real deal? Their system is being taken down. It's being destroyed. And the bad part about it is the distractions. So busy fighting each other on what's right and what's wrong that we don't even see the change happening right in front of our eyes. Yeah, there is a new financial system being set up right under your nose. How many of y'all know that? Huh? There is a financial reset happening. Are y'all aware of that? Because a lot of these other folks are. It may not be on our news, but why do they know what we don't know? Y'all ever wonder that? How many of y'all are looking into to XRP, crypto? Are y'all aware of what's going on there? Or do you not want to look at it because Trump has mentioned it to y'all? Like, seriously, don't get duped, y'all. Don't get duped. Don't get to the point where you just missed the whole shit because Trump said something. At least check it out. Not some old going to a news thing, a news station or a news network to check it out. Nah, look into it. Go to some of these platforms, some of these crypto platforms, and look up some of the stuff that he's talking about. Because a lot of y'all could really be taking advantage of the shit rather than doing what you're doing. And there's nobody to blame. Promise you. He's out to enrich himself. Yet he's telling y'all what to go invest in before the shit blows up. He's telling us. And many others have been telling us. But y'all can't hear him, though. Hell, I hear him, though. I hear him. So that's what this is all about, man. Now, look. This, for me, my position on this is, look. I'm not here to make any enemies. Not at all. Even when I do my posts, it's not to create an enemy, but I do understand that I'm disrupting your shit. Because it happened to me. I could not believe that the things that I was learning about as it related to the media and the news and other things, well, the system, it really rocked my world. Really did. And so that's my position. If I was not in a position to be able to manipulate footage if I wanted to, then I wouldn't be talking this. But I see how easy it is. I see it. When you construct a package, that's what we call it in the news. When you construct a package, you control the narrative. You have to be clear on what narrative you're telling, what story you're telling, because you can always be deceptive in it. We editors know this. Y'all don't understand that. So by the time, it's just like the way it works in court, right? You know, sometimes these lawyers will ask a real messed up question, right? And then there'll be an objection, and then, they'll pull it back, but the damage was already done. They've already said the messed up thing to kind of mess with the jury. It's the same way, y'all. By the time y'all even get a little bit of the truth, the lie is so huge that you can care less to go look into it more. Man, I'm telling y'all, this shit is about the battle of your minds. It's your mind that they're after. If they can keep controlling the narrative, telling you the lie, getting you to think a particular way, then they can get you to do whatever the hell they want you to do, or them to do. They want whatever they want you to do. My bad on that one. So I'm not your enemy. We may not agree on some shit. That's fine. But damn, I am trying to put y'all on some game. If you're going to see something, check it all the way out. If you're going to see or hear a clip of something, go back and get the full context of that clip. Do not just take things for face value. The lies are deep, y'all. I'm telling you. It's deep. It's deep. So, with that said, I am on Facebook, but I don't really talk that much of politics on Facebook. It kind of feels a little old there, these type of conversations, so plus TikTok right now is good. YouTube, you can find me in those places under my name, James Schiller Paul. That's where I am. So if you want to see some of the things that I'm talking about politically, you can find me there. But no, I'm not silent at all, my brother and sisters. I'm not silent. I won't be silent. Not until I start seeing more people realizing and peeping the bull, the lies. And then there's some of y'all who see the lie, but you're just afraid to speak up, right? Because you don't want the smoke. I understand that too. I understand it too, because it takes a certain type of mentality to take the words that people throw at you. I'm telling you, you think people is cool with you? You think folks are your friends? You think they, you think you know them until you disagree with them. That's when you really see the other side of a person. So if you ever want to go into business with somebody, disagree with them first. Find out what they really about. So I'm going for about 18 minutes now. But before I go, I do want to say that, again, I once was a Democrat. I once fell for the lie as well. But my ego is not that big that I can't challenge what I've been taught. That's the thing for me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm willing to learn some new shit. There ain't no way in the world that James Schiller Paul knows everything. Hell nah. This alone is blowing my mind. And then not even to mention the music industry. When you start learning about that stuff. Anyway, we ain't going down that rabbit hole. Listen, protect your mind, y'all, because it's a lot of chaos going on. It's a lot. I'm talking, look, the information right now is getting so muddied up that it's really hard now to even know what's the truth. Real shit. But if, for me, I began to really go in on meditation. I meditate. I take time for myself. Just take some time Even if it's 5 minutes, that's what I started off with. I started doing meditation for about 5 minutes a day just to quiet my mind. Because this marketing game, it's serious. We are always being marketed to, always. You get in your car, you turn on your radio, there's a commercial coming on. You put on the TV, there's a commercial coming on. You go to YouTube, there's a commercial coming on. You drive down the street, there's a billboard. There's always going to be something that is fighting for your attention. You gotta quiet down your mind a little bit, just to gather yourself. Some pray. If that's your thing, pray. But whatever it is, find some time for yourself. And the other thing I would, I'm just going to put it out there, or suggesting, is find something fun to do. Like, what's your fun thing? I think sometimes just tapping into your inner youth is a good thing. If you like riding bikes, go ride a bike. Drawing is your thing, draw for a few minutes. Making music, or playing your instruments, go ahead and do that. Get your mind off of work, politics, and all the other bullshit, and just have fun for a sec. You know what I'm talking about? All right, y'all. Well, my coffee's still warm, and yet I'm still talking. So for me, that means it's time to go and enjoy the rest of my coffee. Y'all have a good day. And listen, share this podcast with everybody. Of course, I'm going to say everybody because now I'm marketing my stuff. You know what I'm talking about? But nah, listen, share this with some other folks, man, because, we ought to be able to have a conversation and still part ways without having beef, without being upset with each other. It's all love, baby. It's all love. James SP, the content creator. Y'all take care. And remember to wipe that lens before you hit that record button. And I am out.